You just gave a rousing speech at CPAC, and you talked about the importance of being both an American and a Republican. Well, I should say not both, and a conservative. American, right. Republican, conservative. How do you rank those three? How do you prioritize?
We're Americans first, we're conservatives second, and we're Republicans third. I'm all three, and I love all three, but you got to get them in the right order. It's like C.S. Lewis's old joke that the little old lady who loves her cat, she can only love it properly by first knowing that it's not God. Right? You can't understand a cat as a creature if you think it might be the creator.
How do we get these things out of order? How do you see us getting it out of order?
You know, it's understandable in a time when Barack Obama has wreaked such havoc on America, and when Hillary Clinton is a fundamentally dishonest New York liberal. People want to be anti those things, and they're right to be, but they think it might be because they're Democrats first. That shouldn't be the reason that they're a mess. The reason they're a mess is because they don't affirm limited government. The first thing that they do is they attack the American idea. It's not just because they believe in democratic economic policies, which I disagree with, but they're a lower priority.
You said that it's been a bad 7 years for Americans, a bad 7 years for Republicans, a bad 7 years for conservatives. How do you break that out?
Well, we have a president who has said that he doesn't care if the Congress passes the laws he wishes they would pass. He's got a pen and he's got a phone, he can just make up a law unilaterally. We've got a president who said that he wants to fundamentally remake America. We don't want to remake America, we want to recover American greatness in a constitutional system. We've got a guy who says that American exceptionalism, yeah, that's something he could affirm the way Brits affirm British exceptionalism and Greeks affirm Greek exceptionalism. But that's not what American exceptionalism has ever meant.
How do conservatives get their core back?
Yeah, well, so first of all, we have to recognize that we all believe in institutions that are prior to government. If you're really a conservative, you recognize that the family is the most important building block of society. You think that government's job at the federal level is just to provide a framework for ordered liberty so life can be lived at the Rotary Club and at your church and at the local school board and in the Little League. And so fundamentally, we need to believe in institutions that are local and textured and human and based on love and persuasion. And so if we're going to be conservatives, we always have to start by affirming principles that are prior to government, so that when we get to government, we don't place too high an expectation on what it can accomplish, because if politics is the core of your life, you're lonely.
What's the message you want conservatives to take away from your speech here at CPAC, and that you just want people around the country to think about?
America is in dire times. We are in the midst of a constitutional crisis, and we have to begin that constitutional recovery by being sure how to affirm first principles first. Because I'm anti-establishment. Washington is a mess. Lots of these people need to be thrown out. Lots of Washington needs to be rebuilt. But that impulse shouldn't lead us to a view of the world that says, let's tear America down. We don't want to tear America down. We want a constitutional recovery. That's how we really make America great again.